One of the more unusual 356s here today, and here's the owner, Henry Walker, and Henry Sr., and I guess you've got your son involved in this too.
We do. We try to keep it a family affair, quite a fun hobby. So.
It is indeed, and I mean, what better spot to be able to show and tell stories about your cars,
It's
right?
a great venue here at Dana Point. We've discovered this car in 1992. We've been in Porsches since I was a little boy.
Oh, 60s, yeah, 64, 65.
Yeah,
Wow.
long time. But we were down in San Diego. The Porsche parade was down there, and this came rolling in on a back of a flatbed truck. And I kind of elbowed my dad and said, I've read about those, and I know they're really rare. And that's about all I knew. And so we eventually negotiated for the car and then sat on it for 2 years because we didn't know what we really had. But since I've contacted the original owner, a couple other owners in Tennessee, because see, there's only 5 of these made.
Well, why were they even made? How did it come about?
Well, that's a good question. Even as early as 1952, the marketing at Porsche realized that the cars are too small. So a young man owns a sports car, he gets married, he has kids, and they've outgrown the 356. So marketing thought there was a market for a 4-seater car. So the chassis is Porsche. It was sent down to Switzerland. There's 2 brothers, Beutler brothers, Ernst and Fritz. Ernst was the designer. His brother was the metal man. And the chassis was stretched 10 inches behind the rear seat, and then a handmade aluminum body put on it.
This is aluminum.
It's aluminum.
Oh, wow.
The cars were way too expensive. They're over $6,000 in 1960, almost twice of a 356, which was not a cheap car in itself. So they only ended up making 5 of these.
Wow. So how, you told me it showed up at the show. You've talked to the original owner. How did that happen? What possessed him to buy it in the first place?
He was a distributor in Texas, in San Antonio.
It's Houston, wasn't it?
San Antonio.
San Antonio, okay.
And he was at Stuttgart in late '59 for the all the talk about the 356B. So there's a lot of model changes, and so they went there. And then a bunch of guys went down to Geneva Auto Show to see the auto show. Beutler had a display. So that's where he saw the cars. He grabbed a sales brochure, and he ordered one. And I have all the letters about the correspondence between Beutler and him in ordering this car. And so he only owned it a couple years, but it came delivered with the 1600 Super. He told me as soon as he could get a Super 90 replacement engine, he put it in this car. He put the badge on the back. So not having an engine when we bought it, we decided let's go with the Super 90 to follow this story.
That's what's in there today.
Wow. You know, clearly the family is into this, but it's so much fun to do the research and actually find just what you found.
Right.
And it's part CSI. You discover it.
It is.
Treasure hunt, and then it's
the treasure hunt has been a blast. Finding a lot of parts, met a lot of friends. I have a very good German friend who has another Beutler, not this model, an earlier model. The cars in Tennessee, there's 2 of these models in Tennessee owned by 3 gentlemen, good old boys from Tennessee, and that's an interesting situation itself. And then the last car made is in Europe. The 4th one made was destroyed in an accident.
Oh, well, it's good to see that you have certainly preserved this well, and amongst 300 cars, it certainly stands out.
Thank you, and that's what's so much fun about it. I love this part of the car.
Right there, exactly.
So compact.
Exactly.
Try to